Today marks 6 months since an angry mob of about 800 Trump supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol in a deadly attack that lasted several hours and left 5 people dead and hundreds more injured. The Department of Justice announced today that it has arrested more than 535 people from nearly all 50 states, including more than 165 people charged with assaulting or impeding law enforcement. But the FBI also released 11 new videos today seeking the public's help in identifying several suspects who can be seen violently assaulting federal officers at the U.S. Capitol. Investigations remain ongoing and arrests are now being made constantly. But that reminds us that there's still many who remain at large, like the person who planted 2 pipe bombs outside the offices of the Republican and Democratic National Committees the night before the riot. And the FBI's website seeking information still includes pictures of about 300 people labeled as unidentified. And 6 months after the attack, Trump's insurrection is gaining steam, not losing it. Vanity Fair reports that Trump is as popular as ever among conservatives. In fact, as the Washington Post puts it, in a ramp up to the 2022 midterms, Republican candidates are centering their pitches around Trump's false election claims. And dozens of those candidates are seeking powerful statewide offices in several of the divisive states where Trump and his allies sought to overturn election outcomes and engineer their return to the White House. Any of those candidates elected as a governor or attorney general or secretary of state would have authority over elections. Joining me now to discuss is co-chair of the Poor People's Campaign and the president of Repairers of the Breach, Bishop William Barber, who says we need a resurrection, not an insurrection. Thank you, Bishop, for joining me. What do you mean by that, sir?
Well, what I mean is in this moment, we cannot keep declaring that the democracy is in peril. We cannot keep talking about the immoral reality that something is terribly wrong and then not engage in the kind of moral challenge and nonviolent direct action. So the Poor People's Campaign and our over 40 state coordinating committees and partners, along with about 20 other organizations, are going to come together and announce that we're calling for a season of nonviolent, moral, direct action to demand the end to the filibuster, to demand the full passage of what I call the John Lewis Bill, the John Lewis for the People Act, because that's what he worked on, the Voting Rights Act, and a $15 living minimum wage, because of how the denial of those things is hurting so many people. And we're calling for it to come together. We're going to start on July the 12th with a massive, massive nationwide call in to every senator. On the 19th, the anniversary of Seneca Falls, with a nonviolent moral direct action in D.C. led by women from all over the country. July 26th, in every Senate office, regardless of party, in at least 45 states. And then on August the 2nd, a mass number of clergy and low-wage and poor workers are going to join together, putting the pulpit and the street together for a massive nonviolent moral direct action. We must change this narrative. And when we see these extremists continuing, we cannot stand down. We've got to build a movement now. We got to do it while people are in D.C. and in their offices. And Charles, we're going to have mass, I believe, moral civil disobedience nonviolently. We're going to have mass voter registration and education. We're going to have more litigation. And we're going to have meaningful legislation, and we cannot stand down. So this is not the moment to go home and stand down and lay down. Instead of an insurrection, right, we need a moral resurrection.
Bishop Barber, the things that you are enumerating there sound like the opposition being mobilized to put pressure on elected officials. Is there any part of your plan that seeks to convert the people who are still in Trump's camp, who are still devotees and acolytes? Is conversion any part of this plan, or is that part, off the table or for the moment, and is all of the action about putting pressure on elected officials?
Well, actually, we see the action as three-dimensional. First, the action changes the narrative and moves this from just being, for instance, the voting issue, from just being black versus white to an issue of the democracy versus autocracy. And to show how when you attack black people's voting right, you're actually hurting everybody and undermining the ability to pass the kind of policies that lift people out of poverty and low wages. The second dimension is by changing the narrative and talking about it from a moral perspective.
What if that's the plan? What if that's the plan, though? I mean, I think you know, what if creating a system where you are unable to lift people out of poverty is part of the plan. You know, I don't give them the benefit of the doubt to say that this is just a unwelcome side effect. It feels like, you know, as the saying goes, cruelty is the point.
Well, it is the point. You're exactly right. And we have to connect for people to understand that the suppression of voting rights is a form of a way in which people, stop wages and stop wealth. I call it the transfer of wealth to the wealthy. But in that process, if you expose that, then you can have conversion of people who've not traditionally worked with. You know, that's what we do in the Poor People's Campaign. We organize people that have not traditionally been united together. And then the second thing that this does, the third thing is it does put pressure on the people who are in office. So we see it as three-dimensional, and creating a moral, nonviolent, direct action where people are willing to say, we're going to engage in this action. And if you choose to arrest us, we're willing to wear that as a badge in nonviolent civil disobedience, because we're willing to put our bodies there to change the whole narrative and conversation. And we're going to do it in a fusion way. It's going to be black and white and brown and Asian and native and gay and straight and young and old. That's what the politicians haven't seen and seriously. That's what people haven't seen. That's the way we can break through to the minds of the people. Look, everything we're talking about today, Charles, it took this to win it. It took it to win it. It should not surprise us that it's going to take it to hold on to it, to fight these extremists, and to expand, which is why, as you heard me note, we're talking about voting rights and living wage. We're connecting the economics and the voting because we want to drive this narrative to help bring people in, change minds, change the narrative, and put pressure on elected officials. And lastly, you heard me list 5 straight Mondays. Additionally, things are going to be going on through the week, but those 5 straight National Moral Mondays is designed to be a season. We can't just do one rally anymore or one effort. We've got to do it for a season and stay at it and be committed.
So speaking of that season, realistically, how much time do you think you have to put pressure on people to get legislation moved, passed, and signed?
Well, you know, it's interesting. The climate movement, they say we got 9 years before there's irreparable damage. I don't think we don't have that long. I think August the 6th is the 56th anniversary of the Voting Rights Act. The damnable reality, the immoral reality is we have less voting rights today than we had August 6, 1965. We're saying August 6th ought to be the deadline to have the For the People Act passed, VRA restored, living wages passed 15, and end this filibuster so that we can move forward other legislation. And if that happens by August 6th, it's a victory. If it doesn't happen, then we in the movement are clear. We got to be very clear about what we need to do from August all the way through the midterm, because we've got to do some major, major fundamental changes, because what we have, as one writer described it this week, we are moving closer and closer to, we already have almost a civil oligarchy. We're headed toward autocracy, and we better fight to hold on to this possibility of the democracy that we have. We're not even at a full democracy. We got a problem, but at least it has possibility. And so we're saying August 6th is the anniversary of the signing of the Voting Rights Act. Everything we're talking about should be, could be, and can be done by them, and we're willing to put the pressure on to see it happen.
Bishop Barber, always a pleasure, sir. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Thank you. Take care now. God bless.
Absolutely. Coming up,